Soham, you are on mute. I think, yeah.
Sorry, I was talking a lot of things. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
really interesting things. Maybe you you can repeat it because yeah.
Yeah. Now I think I am audible, right?
Yes.
Perfect then. Okay, so let's get started and welcome all of you for on the last day of this event. And I believe you guys have already learned a lot of things, and there were a lot of new stuff for you guys to get together. And we had good experience with Silicon Valley, with Chris, with Blair, with Tobias, and all of the other speakers as well, with Pallav, Vivek, Promit, and Namita, and even Anu. So I believe it was a very good experience for all of you guys. So, and all of you also participated in the task in the competition. So we'll be declaring the winners by the end of the event, somewhere around 8:15, I think. And I believe a lot of you guys have attended all of the three tasks, and congratulations to all of you for that. So coming back to the event's main motto today for the practical sessions, let's get started with that, and then we'll come with the winners on it. And once the winners has been declared, I would request all of you guys to put up a follow on Newton's AI LinkedIn page, and also you can subscribe on my channel also. So just a bit of promoting. But yeah, definitely you guys can definitely go ahead and follow Newton AI's platform, because there are a lot of other stuff going to come in the further course of the month, and even in the next couple of days, in the next couple of months also, there are a lot of things coming up. And there are a lot of new technology being built up. I think, as Blair has said, that there are a lot of new updates that are going to come in the Newton AI platform. So I want all of you to follow that page, and keep yourself updated on the platform, and utilize the platform as much as you can for all the further events, and maybe for all the further coding that you are doing. Okay, so all the best. And right now I'll hand over to Anu for her further practical sessions. Okay, all the best.
Thank you, Soham. Thank you. We'll see each other
Thank
soon.
you.
Yeah, and please, yeah, I will stop to share the screen and give the turn to
Yeah, sure.
Can you share your screen, please? Let's check.
Just let me try. Yeah, is everyone able to see my screen?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so so far I have done the model training. Okay. Okay, so hi everyone. How is everyone today? So today's session is gonna be a bit different because I believe everyone is well aware of the libraries that we are gonna use, or the what do we say, basic EDA or basic just commands that we are going to use in this Python file. So I would request everyone to open up their respective Jupyter Notebook or Google Colab or whichever they prefer, and just code along with me so that you guys can see how these things are going on. So who all are up for that? I can paste some codes in the chat and you guys can directly copy paste it and see how things are working. No replies in the chat. Am I audible? So who all are up for like a code along session this time? You guys can just open your Collab or Jupyter Notebook and I'll just help you with the code and you guys can just copy paste and just code with me. Okay, cool. Shrishti, you can open up Collab or Jupyter Notebook. Yeah. So yesterday I told you all about what is random forest and what is decision tree, and I explained you about all the functioning and the terms or terminology. So whatever we use in it and what are the functions and how we use it. So now today we'll focus on how we implement them or how we build those models and how we create useful insights using random forest and the decision trees. Plus today I'm gonna compare my models with the previous models that have been discussed by the other panelists. So here you can see I have basically imported NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib because the EDA part is there. And then we go for the Seaborn and basic test and train split that we need for splitting our data set. And then, so in this, I'm using standard scaler for this one for scaling, and there are other ones too. You guys can use that if you prefer them. Then here you can see that I have imported something called a tree. Basically, tree is a library that will help you to visualize your tree, which is being made or how your decision is being made. So you can visualize the tree using this tree library, right? So from sklearn.tree for decision tree classifier, you will use sklearn.tree library and you will import this from there. And then for random forest, we use something called ensemble. As you know, that random forest is an ensemble technique. So that's why we are using sklearn.ensemble library. And then here, as you must be aware of that we import KNN from the neighbors one. And here I am using linear model one for logistic regression importation and SVM. So here I have imported SVC because we are going to use the support vector classifier here. Now the metrics that we are going to use here would be accuracy score, confusion matrix, and classification report. Mean absolute error, I have imported it, but unfortunately I couldn't use it anywhere. And then since we touched the topic about ROC yesterday, so I have imported the ROC plot curve, which will help us plotting the curve for the ROC. And we can calculate the ROC curve value and accuracy score using the ROC curve and accuracy one. And here simple warnings thing I have imported. So here I have used Plotly for the EDA part. So I wanted to make my graphs a bit more interactive. So this is basically a boilerplate code that you have to import before using EDA in Plotly. So this is something I guys will give you with. So I'll paste this code in the chat. So you guys can copy it and you can work from there. Okay. Just let me know if you guys can see this one. Okay. So here I have imported Plotly.io as PIO. Okay. And then I have used the graph objects as Go. Okay. And then for creating the disk plots, I have imported this particularly that from the factory one because this one was involved in one of the graphs. Then here with Plotly, you have various templates, basic templates, right? So the one that I am using would be the draft one. right? In which I have already given the basic information like what should be text angle or what should be the opacity. Opacity here means the transparency in the graphs that you want. So that ranges between 0 to 1. So like 1 being the most transparent, 0 being no at all. So I have taken it the value of 0.1. And then I have decided the font of the whatever words are going to go in that graphs. So I have decided the color to be black and I have defined the size. Your X reference as paper, I have given it. These are like the annotations that we use in Plotly. So there are various annotation types. So I choose paper always because I have a habit of using these ones now. So the rest all is basic things. Even if you don't pass these things, it's fine. These are basic stuff. So now the important part that we load our data set. Just let me check if my data set is uploaded in this. So I have loaded my data set. So I'll just run these. I forgot to run these. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So okay. So now I'll just load my data. Perfect. So now before getting started, always keep a habit of checking what if your data has been loaded properly or not. So you can either use tail or head, your choice. So I use the head function. So here that will print the first 5 of those. So, and then just to check the shape of our data, you must be aware of this function by now. Okay, the information one gives us 2 advantages that we can know that data types, what are there in our data set. Here it is very small data set, but this plays a very important role when you have a large data set, say with multiple features and multiple, what do we say, columns or rows. Especially in columns, you use it if you go for Kaggle competitions like last month I was a part of. So that competition data set had a feature set of like 119 columns, like 119 columns over there. Like, so in that case, you need this information function because this info function will tell you what are the types of it and what if you have any null values or not. So this basically helps you a lot in knowing what your data set is about, right? Okay, so yeah, sorry, I forgot to ask everyone that if they have the data set or not. Thanks, Sonam, for sharing it.
Yeah, I need to be sure at least they are following.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, I'll just keep an eye on the chats also from now on. Okay. Okay, so
Yeah.
next is that we will go for the statistics summary. So this one is my favorite function. Like whenever I come across any data set, the first thing that I will do is like after importing all the libraries and after reading all the data and everything. So the first 3 steps that I would take would be one is checking the head, what if my data is properly loaded or not, then the info, and then comes the summary statistics, because this gives me a basic idea about how my data set is and if it has what is the mean value or what is its percentile values, right? So for a person who is into statistics, we get this thing to have a better understanding of our data, like how sparse it is or how distributed it is. So this helps us in that. Right? So here, since we have no null values, so, but in case we have null values, so either we replace it with mean or median depending on our feature. So as I said, this is a very good data set and it has no null values, so we don't need to work much over it. So let's get started with the exploratory data analysis. I will give you guys 2 minutes to do these previous steps that I just explained, so that you guys are all set and we can start with the EDA part. Right? Where you have shared, okay. Lavish, what are you asking for? Are you asking for the data set? So once you guys are done with the basic steps that we just went through till now, just drop a yes in the chat so that I can start with the EDA. Okay, is everyone done with it? Okay, Shrishti. Lavish, if you want, we can reshare the data set.
Anu, you can continue this.
Yeah, okay. So now we'll get started with the EDA part. So here we know that our target area is purchase. So all our EDA in respect to this particular feature, right? So here I'm using the, as I said, the graphic object one, right? So this is the code that I'll share it in the chat. Meanwhile, I explain it to you guys so that you guys can copy paste and see how it works, right? So here, so this is the basic add trace is basically when you are creating subplots in your graph, right? So add trace is used at that time, right? So here I'm just creating a particular histogram with respect to purchased. So it's simply just a univariate analysis of the target variable, right? So why I specifically use Plotly is because with Plotly you can have interactive graphs. Like here you can see that when I put my cursor on the graphs, you can see it's showing the value, the count, 143 for purchased and not purchased, like 257, right? So one of the role of a data scientist is to create graphs, right, to understand what is going on. But when you are presenting it to somebody else, if you can add such things, that gives touch that, like, you know, it looks good. So that's why I specifically go for Plotly if I have time to like explore and play with my data. Then here, the next one that we are going to do is a pie graph, right? So here I'm just plotting a pie graphs for the target variable. So here, if you see, here I am mentioning the type which I want of my graph, and then I pass the label that is purchased and just the values of it. Okay, the value one is the counts of that, just that. And then here you can see I have written something as pull equals to 0.2. So this you can change and you can play with this one. Like I can show you how it affects. If I take it 0 and 0, how my graph will be. It's attached. So you can do it like this. In case you have more than like if you are doing it for not just for your target variable or for something else, then you might have 2 or more values to separate off. So then you can use this one. So yeah, now here I'll just put it to yeah. Right. So this just looks good. Up to you if you want to keep it attached and not want to pull it out. So totally up to you guys. Now here comes something where I have basically done a bit more coding. So this is basically a boilerplate code that I got from Kaggle, right? So in this one, you can adjust it for any data set that you have. So here we are basically analyzing the age column and side by side the estimated salary. So let me just run it once. You guys can see that here you can see the title will be updated once you select a feature from the left button, right? So here what I have done is I have created buttons, right? So first what I did, I gave histogram structure here for age, and then I gave for support for estimated salary, right? And here I'm making a count plot, and then I gave this as update the layout, and the title will be updated once you select your which feature you want to present, right? So here you can see in the buttons one, you give the label as age, and argument here I'm saying it's a histogram, okay? And with respect to age that is being made, right? So the title would be age of histogram. So this I have given it now. So when I go for the button age, these all aspects will be used and the print will be made, right? Similarly, for the estimated salary. Now I have updated what is going on in the buttons, but I have to update this buttons to the layout also. So therefore that we are using this update layout function, in which we tell how we are gonna update, how we are gonna link the buttons here, right? So if you see, if I say age, I select the button as age here, I'm getting a graph or a histogram of age where you can see that there are multiple traits, multiple classes, and what is the count, how many age group people are there. Like if it's 28 to 29, we have 22 count of people. So we have 30 people, we have 22 people from 30 to 31 age. And we can see here that the maximum age group that we have comes at 34 and 35, right? Similarly, second highest would be 36 to 37 and so on, right? So this basically gives you what is an idea how you can make your graphs more interactive and how you can have a better way of presenting your graphs, not like just boring graphs that are there. So this is one of the good libraries that we use. Okay, so Anvesh, you could not copy the code from the chat box. Okay. Okay, sorry. I think I send it to just Vivek. I'm sorry. I forgot to keep it for everyone. I'm sorry. Just let me do it again. Oh, you did it already? Okay. I think one of the code I just sent it to Vivek. I'll just fix that issue. just paste it here. Okay. So moving forward now, similar thing that I did here, same code. I'm now doing it with a box plot. In this one, why I choose the box plot is that right now I showed you that summary statistics, which gives you the mean, median, the percentile, the percentiles like interquartile ranges and everything. The same thing you can have in this one. So if I run this, so the code is same completely. It's just for the difference would be here. There I wrote for count or hist, and here you just keep as box plot. So box, right? And then here, if I say age, you can see when I put the cursor on the age, you can see the maximum is being given to us. What is the quartile range? Was Q3, what is the median of the age, that is 37, and what is the minimum value and what is the mean value. So, when you put your cursor on it, it shows all the values. So, similarly for the estimated salary, right? The second one I made is simple single ones with respect to the purchased and non-purchased ones, right? So age, and so if these are like bivariate plots where you are comparing what is the age and have they purchased or not. So that kind of information is taken from here. So let's run this. So we have an error. Wow, we have an error here, that is x0 is not defined. Let's see why it is saying x0 is not defined. All the things, right? Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. Let's try this one. Same error is coming in these two. Oh. Okay, so we are having an error here because we have never defined the x0. So let's keep it as x and try. Let's actually to delete opened file before this. Oh, okay. The file that I defined before this has been like accidentally deleted. That's why this issue is occurring. So let me just. So I'll just update that to you later after the session. So I don't have the file. Okay, so let's just do one thing. I'll work on this one and share this one to you guys further. Okay. So let's move forward to scaling and splitting the data. So here I have taken the X, and as we know, we have to drop the purchase section here because that is our target variable, right? So we move forward here and then we split the data as X and Y. And then checking the X head, right? So here you can see that our data is properly loaded, like age and estimated salary. Okay, now I'm using standard scaler and scaling it before splitting my data. So as I pointed out earlier in one of the sessions that it depends on the programmer that if you want to scale before or after. So I am a person who prefers to scale it before splitting. So yeah, now that we have scaled our data, we move forward and we just check the shape of data so that we know how evenly our data is split or not. Chats. Okay. So just I give you guys 2 minutes so that you guys can cover up till here. Let me know in the chat if you have any doubts or anything so far before we start building our models. So once you guys are up till here, just drop a yes in the chat box so that I can start with model building. So now we come of building the models. So the first model that we'll be building would be decision tree classifier. So here, let me just check the shape. Okay. So here I have imported it already from the library. So now I just have to call the function and I have called it as DC. So next we'll fit our model in X train and Y train, right? Using these two. So here you can see that by default, you can see the criterion being used is Gini. When it says the criterion being used is Gini, you can understand that the cart algorithm that decision trees have is being used here because that is the one which uses Gini impurity as its criterion for splitting. Though you can change your criterion here, you can give it as information gain. So in that case, the entropy value is calculated. So here it's simply calculating the by default the Gini impurity, right? So the maximum splits that I allowed it was maximum depth that I allowed it was 1 because our data set is quite small. So, and another issue that I will tell you why I allowed only 1 as a maximum depth. You'll see that. So here I'm going to just take the prediction value and make the prediction based on the X test. Here, as I said, that using the tree function, you can plot your model, right? Or your decision tree, that how it is working. So here you can see that it has taken a range for 0.46, more than less than that. So here it is being divided like this, and Gini impurity here is of 0.46, and number of samples that it has taken is 320 here, right? And then it's splitting, right? So but over here, you cannot tell what feature it is, like what feature is this. So it's just plain and simple. You don't know what feature this is or what feature this is, right? So to know that, you have to put in some extra work. That is to define your function names, like what are your independent features that you are passing. So here we are passing 2 independent features, that is age, and I have mentioned it as in years, that's, and then the estimated salary, then the CN, which is the class names that we passed, is whether will be purchased or not. So here the feature will be selected, and then here the split will have the class names, the class labels, as these are the leaf nodes, right? So here you can see when we run this function, we get as age. So now I want to ask you guys why age has been selected here and why not estimated salary. So why is the feature that they put the split or the root node, the root node is age and not as estimated salary? Anyone who can answer me for that? Anyone? Why age is being considered here as the root node and why not estimated salary? Okay. Here, age is being considered. Why? Because it has less Gini impurity than that of the estimated salary. So as I told you yesterday that the decision trees works by taking the minimum Gini impurity. So whichever has the minimum Gini impurity becomes the root node and the next follows, right? So that's why here Gini value is not highest here. I would like to correct you, Bhargav. It should be the lowest. Lower the value, better your less impure your set will be, right? So here, what you're missing is the Gini impurity value should be the lowest, or the entropy value should be the lowest. Information gain is the value that you want to be the highest, right? So you are right, your intuition is right, but just that it is lowest. So the estimated salary has the highest Gini impurity. That's why here age became the root node, right? Then since it is a small tree and our data set does not have much features, that's why it just ended like we have already our binary classified objects here like purchased and not purchased. So there is no further distribution here. But in case you have a bigger data set like say Titanic or say housing department or housing data set, then you would have multiple branches where you can see how this one works, right? So now that we have fit the model, we have made the made it to predict, we have made the predictions. So now we check the accuracy. So here what happens is the accuracy of decision trees comes around 86%, right? So here you can see that 86% is the accuracy score of our model. So it's good. 86% is a good one. So now we print the confusion matrix and the classification report, and I'm sure that everyone is aware of precision and recall. So the precision is nothing but the result, the percentage of results which are relevant for our relevant with our output, and recall is nothing but the total result relevant results percentage that have been correctly classified, right? So moving forward now, what we do is we perform the random forest classifier, right? So here you can see when I called my classifier, I set the n estimators to be 500. So what is n estimators? So n estimators is nothing but the number of trees you want your random forest to form and take the majority vote of. So here you can say 100, you can say 500 depending on your data set. So I choose 500. You guys can take a value of 500 or 100 or 1000 and you can experiment that, right? So now we have called our function. We are just basically going to fit the model on our training data, right? So here you can see that bootstrap is true. It's set as true. So yesterday when I told you that in random forest, what bootstrap means is that the data, sample data is distributed amongst the different decision trees by the following of row sampling with replacement and feature sampling with replacement. So basically, some set of features and some set of rows is fed to one decision tree, and some set and other set of features and other set of rows is set to another decision tree, so on. So this helps us to minimize our issue of overfitting that we have in case of decision trees. Like one individual decision tree might have a overfitting issue, but when you have so many decision trees, what happens is they nullify or cancel out the overfittings or the shortcomings of each other, and gives us a better model for prediction, right? So now that we have fit our model, we go for the predictions. Here I have explained what is estimators. Here you can see this shows us basically how many decision trees have been formed. I said 500, right? So what are the different values or sets that have been given to your decision tree or to your random forest is shown here. Like, see, you have a random state. See, this has such huge random state number, or how many leaf nodes is given here, right? Or so basic thing that how each and every tree is performing, you can see here, right? So moving forward, here you can check the length of your estimators, that it is 500. So you can, as I passed it in the earlier, when I was calling my function, that I want 500 trees to be made and to be fit in that way, right? So it's confirmed that, yeah, 500 trees were formed and the decision was based on these 500 trees majority vote. So now, before we move forward, like I visualized the decision tree, we can also visualize the random forest. It is a bit messy to see, but yeah, you can like try and see how it works. So right here, it's just gonna take a bit of time because it has to like fit all the data. So while it is working, I can take up some questions if you have so far, or any doubts so far you guys have, you guys can just post it in the chat. Any doubts or anything? Good. Okay. Okay, so what if bootstrap is false in random forest? So if the bootstrap is set to false, then you're basically defeating the purpose of random forest, right? So yes, it will behave like a normal decision tree, but a number of normal decision trees would be behaving like that. Just not one, or a couple of quite hundreds or whatever the number of decision tree estimators you have. But setting its value for false would completely defeat the purpose of random forest, and it might give you a overfitting issue again. So we use a random forest to avoid overfitting. So yeah, I hope that clears your doubt. So here you can see, well, you cannot read the values here because it's quite a big tree, and this is just one random forest tree that you can see here. This is just one estimated, but like we have created 500, so this is just one particular tree here. So if you want to see for different estimators, then what you do? So what you do is you go for this one. Here I have given the function name, that is the age, estimated salary, the class names, which are like the leaf nodes that have to be purchased or not purchased. And here I have used the subplots one because I am here using a number of graphs are being plotted here. So that's why I have taken the subplots function here. In this one, I have just printed out just for the 5. So in this, the number of trees that are going to be printed is like 0 to 5. The like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The estimate is of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it, right? So same, the tree function that we use for the printing of decision tree, it's same here. Okay. So meanwhile, this is printing. If you guys have any questions about random forest or decision trees, please drop it in the chat box. I'll try my best to answer that.
The Newton's platform model has been run up.
Yes, that is done already. I just have to do the predictions one. So I'll just, yeah, thank you for reminding me. I completely forgot about that. Okay, I'll just start the predictions one.
Okay. Just see if you can put it up. Yeah, just enable it.
I'll just enable and upload the. Okay. Thanks for reminding me. I completely skipped my mind that I have to make the predictions.
Okay. That's okay.
Okay, so here we
Let's go to solution details.
Yep. So our model has been trained. So I have trained it already. I just have to feed it the testing data for predictions.
Yeah. Now you can go back to the social network ads, the IPNV file.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have uploaded the test data set.
This will take like 5 minutes more.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Switch.
It's just above. It's next to the Newton AI tab.
Yeah, I know I cannot see my tab because, you know, this Zoom thing keeps popping up down whenever I try to go upside. Just a second. Oh, I'm stuck in this. Just a second.
What exactly are you trying?
You know, you cannot see that, but this you are sharing the screen thing keeps popping up and keeps coming down every time I'm trying to like reach to the top side of my.
Oh no, I cannot see anything.
Now I can see. You cannot see that because it's on my end. Yeah, now I can do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this is done. Our estimators have been formed. So like this was one single tree, random forest decision tree. So now you have like such trees, like 500 trees have been formed. So I'm just showing you the top 5, right? So you can see how complex this is. Like you can't even read it, right? But it's just how your tree is formed is basic idea you should have so that you can see a graphical representation. So my random forest model has an accuracy of 92%, which is way higher than the decision tree model, right? So That's why we prefer random forest, because when compared to one single decision tree, number of trees will give you a better answer, right? So then we just do the basic things here and print the confusion matrix and the classification report just to have the scores and accuracies here. Then we move forward to the logistic regression. So now, so far we know that our the random forest accuracy is somewhere around 92%, and the decision tree accuracy is around 86%. So let's see how other models are performing here, and if I have a good model made or not. So the logistic regression model is giving us an accuracy of 86%. So yeah, it is similar to that of the decision tree. So here, there's not much difference in both of them. So, okay. So here we print the classification report, the same. You can see the precision and recall, and then we move on to the k-nearest neighbors. So here I have taken the n neighbors as 10. I have I've not disturbed the basic metric and has left it as Minkowski, but here you can keep a change of it. You can give a pass it in here, and you can change it to Manhattan or Euclidean. So let's just quickly go with the predictions here. So the accuracy with KNN that we are getting on this model is 93.75%. Okay, so for random forest, it was 92. So KNN so far is performing the best on this particular data set. Nice. Okay, so now comes the support vector machine. So I've simply passed it and I have not given any arguments here. So let's test and fit the model for our predictions. So, you know, SVM performs the best amongst all other models and gives us an accuracy score of 96%. Crazy, right? So you can say that SVM, this particular model is like tailor-made for SVM. So SVM is the best model that you can apply here, and with this you will have the highest accuracy. Okay, Piyush, which one are you asking for to drag down? Okay, okay, you gave me the suggestion. Okay. Okay, so now here I just made a list of all the accuracy scores so that you guys can see how our models are performing. So as I pointed out, the SVM is the best performing model here with 96% of accuracy. And then decision tree and logistic regression has same accuracy here. Followed by KNN and random forest. Okay. So 92% of accuracy is a good score. I mean, like, yeah, my model was also good. So now comes the final part, the ROC and AUC curve. So I actually forgot to import the area under the curve library from the sklearn matrix. So I just imported it here. For the ROC and AUC, you basically calculate the probabilities of the predictions that you are making. So here, I have taken this, the worst case scenario that you have is for the when you have like no right or wrong predictions made. So here in the random straightforward, I have given it the probability as from 0, like there are no right predictions being made, like 0. So for that, we pass for the Y test here, and then we go for the calculation of the false positive rate and the true positive rate. So here we use the function called ROC curve, which helps us making the predictions based on Y test and the random prober here, right? Similarly, we will use the same function for all other ones so that we can have the accuracy of the ROC curve plots made for our, okay, so the random forest positive rate, false positive rate, and the true positive rate, and the thresholds that we have, multiple thresholds that we have based on the data set. So the same you do for the decision tree model, for the logistic regression model, and then for the KNN model. So now that you have calculated all the false positive rates and true positive rates, you move forward to the plotting one. Here, I'm using the plot function here, and then you can use the matplotlib also for this one, but I'm using matplotlib as, I'm using matplotlib, but you can use one called plot ROC curve, which has been recently updated by the sklearn, that directly that allows you to plot your ROC curve using just in one single statement, right? So here I have used the matplotlib library for that. So what we are doing is we are taking the false positive rate as x-axis. So here this is for the x. This is the true positive rate is being taken on the y-axis, and we have given a style of line what we want. You can keep it simple, a straight line, or you can put a dot, that type, whichever you prefer to. And then we label our line, which if it's for random forest. And in the accuracies, the area under the curve, which is being calculated here, I'm allowing it to show me up to 3 decimal values, right? So similarly, you use the plot, similarly you use all this for DC and SVM and everything. And then this one, I'm plotting it for the simple false positive rate and true positive rate that we have calculated here with random seed one, right? And then this is simple, we are doing the ROC curve title that I passed, and you can see that we have successfully plotted our ROC curve, and the area under the curves have been calculated. And by looking at the area under the curve, you can see which model is performing the best amongst all. So you can see here over SVM has the highest area under the curve because that has the highest accuracy. So the green line, right? Followed by KNN. This is the linear line that below this, if your model is, if your graph is below this, then your model is not that good. But the more the area that it covers on this side, the better your model is. So with this, I wrap up the session for the practical of random forest and decision tree. I'll just make some simple edits in this, and I'll just label all the columns and everything so that if you just look at the code, you can understand what is happening inside the code, and share the file with you guys as soon as possible.
Anu, there is a question for you on the Q&A. You can take that up.
Yeah. Why you did not use these underscore RX random forest? Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm not aware of what this particular score is. I'm not aware of that. I'm sorry, but definitely I can look up and I can get back to you on this. I've never listened about. I mean, I've never came across this thing. Does anybody else know this?
I'm not aware of it so far.
Even I'm not aware of it. I never heard this.
Yeah, maybe just Google it and check.
Yeah, I'll just Google it
right away and see.
Okay, let's see. B, right? Is that B score, right? Okay.
Yeah, Anvish, is it kind of a bagging technique as Sadhrupa pointed out?
Out of bag. Okay, wow. Thank you, Anvesh, for pointing it out. Definitely, we all are learning something today new. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, even I wasn't aware that out of the OOB score is called the bagging technique score. But I think right now our focus was only into it is into the basic code, and we didn't apply a lot of bagging or boosting on this. This is a normal score. If we were about to do the bagging and boosting score, it would take a lot of time to even run the code, as I believe. So for now, I think you can definitely try it out on this particular
yeah, I'll
file.
you know what, Anvesh, I'll try to use this particular score and see how it performs and what it functionalities are, and share the code with you. Something new. I didn't know that.
Yeah, maybe you can just download and share it out on the Slack channel later on. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys have any other doubts with regards to the code? Because we are about to start with the award with Julia in some time, in 5-10 minutes. So do let us know if you kind of have any kind of doubt on the particular code that Anu was running up. Were you guys actually able to understand the things? I hope so.
Yeah, I try to keep it as simple as possible, but
yeah,
if there are any doubts. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it was simple. Okay, that's good.
I tried to keep it as simple so that everybody can get what is going on, but I'll just, I forgot to add the headings and everything. So I'll just do that and share the file with you guys as soon as possible.
Yeah, you can do that after this. Okay, go ahead, Piyush. Please tell me list index out of range.
I know this out of this. Okay.
Okay. Maybe I need to learn this then maybe. Definitely, I don't know about this part. Maybe if you know, you can definitely put on your inputs on this.
Okay, it's just out of this. I'm not able to understand the question.
List index out of range. Oh, okay, okay. So Piyush, maybe you can share the file with us, or maybe you can share the screenshot on the Slack. If there is an error with you guys, I can definitely look it up and I can let you know. Yeah, you can share the file with me on the Slack, or maybe just put it up on the general part. I think someone, if I'm not able to answer it, maybe someone can definitely. But I think I can definitely give it a try to answer that. Okay, okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, you guys can definitely put up other questions apart from just the code also. I mean, not related to the models and all. You can definitely put such kind of questions to us. If we don't know, we definitely will learn it and share the inputs, and that will increase even our knowledge into that. So you guys are free to do that also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quickly, I would like to add that I have forgot to show the Newton AI one, so I'll just quickly share my screen once again. Sure, and show you guys the performance of the model on Newton platform. So the prediction was enabled, and I have just uploaded. Everyone is able to see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see your screen. We can see it.
So I have uploaded the test data set here, right? And we just start and saying invalid data format. Why? Okay, no issue. I have other one already available on the back. So
yeah, put that up.
This keeps happening. Okay, let's upload the file from. Okay. guess we faced this kind of an issue already once or before, right? So when we were trying for
You just need to rename it.
yeah.
You can give the new name to this file.
Yeah, just give a new name.
Just here, top in this field.
This should work, I think. Yeah, this is accepted, right? This has no issue. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Your screen just reduces the size.
Yeah, because this Zoom thing is like every time it's it's not giving me access to my screen properly. That's why I reduce the screen size.
Okay.
I think, yeah, now good.
Yeah, Piyush, you can share that file on Slack, on the Slack channel.
I guess I have to rename it because it's giving the same error again. Let's try renaming it. So, where's the file? Okay, CSV format, right?
Okay, so you are not okay. You can maybe just add me on LinkedIn and share it on Slack. I mean, share on LinkedIn also.
Just try to tap here in the new name because you already used it before. It's just the name.
So here, can I just keep it like this and it should work?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that is also already in use.
Just put social network ads. Test 1, test 2.
Okay, this should work. See. Okay. Okay. Format again.
Just click on requirements and see.
I think it's something with the format of the data. So I think
I have made it as CSV file only. But, let me use the other one. I have like multiple copies of this same data set. So let's try that one. Okay. Okay. Okay, rookie mistake. I'm sorry, I'll just enable it again. So it's gonna take some time. Okay.
Yeah, maybe you can just calm down and then do the things. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, it's like the Zoom thing is really frustrating right now. I'm like, it's blocking my access to the screens and I have to like minimize the screen, then work and then maximize the screen. It's quite annoying right now.
Okay. No worries about this. Maybe you can share the details about this on the LinkedIn or maybe on the Slack, and that should work out. Like everyone can just look into this. The accuracy score is quite different on this one.
So I'll just meanwhile keep working on it, and once I have the results, I'll just share it with you guys.
Sure. So I guess now we can. I mean, Yulia, you can take over and you can talk about the awards that you are going to share.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so good evening, good day, good morning, maybe for someone. So thank you so much. Today is the final day. Thank you for your attention, for your efforts. We saw that you were very active during all these 2 weeks, and actually we would like to reward not only the most accuracy models, I mean the members and participants who achieved the most accuracy results, but also your efforts and your your motivation to learn, because finally we're here all to give you more motivation, to give your knowledge, to give your, to help you to make a next step in your career. So that's why actually it was very difficult for us to judge and to select the winners, but we did it. And now I would like to share with you these results. So please pay attention to the screen. I hope I can share it now. Let me see if you can see my screen. Yeah, do you see my screen? So Ham, can you please tell me if I'm sharing the screen? I think I don't hear now, but yeah.
Yeah, I can see your screen. Like
Okay.
I think most of them can see.
Okay. So I will go on. I just would like to remind you that we had free tasks during this marathon, and one of the last one was the most difficult one. We agreed to give you a little bit more time yesterday, one day, but actually to judge fair and honestly. Of course, we said that the final score will be less if you didn't submit in time. But anyway, let's see what's the results we get. So first of all, the certificates that you can receive in the end of this marathon. So we will send to each participant who successfully achieved all the tasks by email. So you can add it in your LinkedIn, okay? And if you need some help how to edit, please ask us, but you will receive it afterwards, after this session by your email. Then the top 10 finalists. So prizes, they will achieve prizes, the books from Pact, and these prizes goes to, okay, if you see your name and surname here, congratulations. Maybe you will ask me why you can see only 7 persons. Actually, because we decided that top 10 will receive the books, and 3 of them, and the winner will receive books too. So now you can understand the logic. So all these persons will receive our prizes, and also let's go to the top 3 finalists who will receive books and also the next privileges from the Silicon Valley for You. These books you will receive. We will also send to you by email all information how to get it. And the top 3 finalists today are these persons: Yunus, Anders, Risti. I'm not sure if I pronounce your names correctly, but I congratulate you. Thank you so much for your participation, for your efforts. And please be ready for the interview in the next week with the guru from Silicon Valley for You. We will organize the personal interview for you. So of course you will receive all information how to prepare it in the next days. And the winner of our competition is, who is? Okay, are you ready? Ehan Ahmed, congratulations. My congratulations. You will take the main prize. So you will get the 3 months premium subscription to Newton, and you can use not only Newton AutoMail, but also the Newton Tiny Email tools. So please be free. You are welcome. Be free to ask us how to get it, but I think we will send you also all the instructions today or tomorrow morning. So you, of course, as a winner, as we promised, you will get also the books, and you will get also the interview with the Silicon Valley for you. I think we've done. I think we've done, and maybe
That's quite interesting. Yeah, I mean, like, congratulations to all of you, Srishti and Satrupa and Ijaz. And I saw a few names over there. But yeah, I am totally wow. That's
actually,
good that all of you participated, and I guess some of them are not available over here. I mean, some of the names are not there in this list, in the attendees list. But I guess, yeah, definitely you guys have done very well, and it was an honor to award you.
yeah, and I would like also to add some words because we received yesterday, I think, in the last day, we received the model from, let me check, one of our winner from Anvesh.
Anvesh, yeah.
Anvesh. So your model were the most accurate. So congratulations. Your score is the highest one. Of course, as I told before, that we couldn't make you a winner because it was one day after. So we would like to be, to judge everyone with the same conditions. But thank you so much. We were impressed by your results, by your score of your manual model. Thank you.
Yeah, it was actually very wonderful. I mean, I did see Anvesh code. It was the best, I think, that the accuracy score matched. I mean, it was more than even the other ones. So that was pretty good. Good, Anvesh, that you did a lot of stuff on that. And I believe you guys can definitely improve on this. I did see some of the other code as well, so I'll just give a feedback to. I won't name them. I think all of you guys can just remember that once you're doing the models, try to compare them with the ones that are already available on the Kaggle. You can see their code, you can learn from it, and do the. You don't need to copy those codes. You just can improve those codes. So that would be much more helpful for all of you guys to remember once you're doing in such kind of competition in future. So that is just a feedback for all of you. So all the best for the future as well. And I guess we'll be even launching some more events. So we'll be putting it up on the LinkedIn channel as well. And be in touch on Slack. Follow Newton page on the LinkedIn, and we'll be coming up with a lot more events such as like this. So there will be more, you can say, competitions as well. So you all can definitely participate in that also.
Yeah, I would like also to ask you after this webinar, you will see the short survey. So please be kindly to complete it. For us, it's very important to get feedback from you in order to make the next upcoming events even more interesting. And as Soham mentioned, we are planning to run the new event in 1 or 2 weeks. I think it's 21st or 29th of October. We will, of course, update all the information about this event in Slack and our LinkedIn. Please join. Welcome to big family, to our big community, and enjoy your prizes, the winners. Yeah, enjoy. I think
and be in touch.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, all of you be in touch on the Slack channel as well. I mean, you all can even put up some of the doubts that I think even Newton's team can answer if you have any kind of doubt with regards to the platform at any point of time. And not just that, I mean, we all will be in touch with you with the different kind of opportunities that we are coming through. Like I'll be sharing like a lot of jobs related kind of, or you can say freelancing opportunities on the Slack itself. So there are a lot of other channels that I would like to, share with you, to maybe the books, maybe the, a lot of other opportunities in different companies that are going to held up. And I think even you, like lot many people have even registered on the ARM Developer Summit that will be held on 2021. And lot of people from the Newton AI team is also going to be available over there. I think my favorite is Alex from Newton AI. So he will be present over there as well. So definitely participate into it, and keep learning and share your knowledge with us also.
Yeah, thank you so much again. Thank you, Sultan,
Thank
to
you.
host this first big event. We
Thank you.
really appreciate you for your efforts, for your hosting. And please welcome to our upcoming events, everybody. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Maybe just to finish in a beautiful way, I would like to share with you a short video, and maybe to share with you some secret why our platform is named Newton. Did you think about it? Why is Newton? I think no. So now I will share the short video to finish our Sunday session and of the marathon with this small secret.
Yeah.
I hope
So that will be wonderful.
Yeah.
You'll be sharing that now, or I mean?
Yeah, right now. I think I hope that
sure.
I can do
Please
it
go ahead.
from the PowerPoint. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah. Can you hear?
Oh, it already ended up?
I think.
Oh, maybe you need to start it from the start.
Maybe I can do it from the YouTube.
I've got a brand new iPhone in a month.
Sorry, guys. We will see a little.
Okay. And I'm about to drop it
Advertising.
Wow.
Okay.
That was kind of dancing move, but yeah, I think you can just scroll that a bit and play it. We cannot see that.
You cannot see this?
No.
Only sound.
Only sound. Okay. Let me, because I'm stop sharing. Okay. 1 second, please. I'm sorry for this technical issue. Let me, because of a lot of screens with the Zoom and with the, let me find here. Okay. Now?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay. I think now, yes, you now you know our secret.
Yeah, definitely. This works. It's not, it was kind of good one. That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry. So thank you all of you for a lot of support during the complete course of event. And okay, you're back.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So thank you all of you. And I think it's time for us to take a leave. And I believe the Newton's AI platform, I mean, the one that Anu had run up. So we'll be sharing, I think it's taking a bit of time. So we'll be sharing the code, I mean, a screenshot of the predictions on Slack itself. So that should work out. Okay. And people who have not joined the Newton's AI channel on Slack, so do join it up. And I think if it is possible, can you share the link again? If I think one or two people are not there on the Slack.
Yes, sure. 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah, Slack is a community channel where it's like, you can say Telegram kind of thing, where a lot of different groups are there and there are different channels in each of them. Yeah. Thank you, Ilya, for that, for sharing the link. Piyush, you can click on it and you can join it up. Okay. So with regards to the upcoming events, we'll be putting up, you can say notifications, or you can say the links on, or you can say the event pages on. I'll be creating new events further, and I'll be sharing it on my LinkedIn channel also. And I think you all can follow it on LinkedIn. Okay, Anvish, I'll share that with you on LinkedIn as well. You have you can just follow our channel also on LinkedIn. I mean, Newton AI's page on LinkedIn, and the Slack link will also be available over there. Yeah, definitely, I'll put it up on LinkedIn. Okay. And with regards to the link for ARM event, okay. Okay, for the ARM event, I think Anu, do you have the link with you? If it is available with you, just share it on this chat.
The ARM event one, right? So the link that I'm sharing, you guys just have to click on the free passes one, and from there it will lead you to a questionnaire, and just answer those questions, and that's it. You're signed up for that.
Yeah, you can just share the link.
Just share me the link.
Okay. Yeah. So Satrupa, this is the link over here. I mean, who asked? Yeah, Satrupa did ask. So yeah, that is the link to the ARM channel. I mean, ARM page, and there you can get the information about the event as well. So you can participate in it, and that's going to be on 19, 20, and 21. So that's a 3-day event. So participate into it, and I'm sure that you guys will learn a lot in that. Okay. So if you have any kind of doubt with us, do let us know on the Slack, on LinkedIn, and anywhere. Okay. So thank you all of you for joining in, and thank you, Yulia, for the words as well.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you all, and we see each other, hope soon.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Sure. Thank you. Have a great day then.
Enjoy.
Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.